Hardee's Friday Night Blitz is sponsored by Hardee's, Don Hudson Insurance, Muckadoos, Wicked Diesel, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm Jermaine Ferrell, hoping your day is wonderful and blessed. Welcome to the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz, week number 7 of the high school football season. Highlights of 14 games. We kick off the action, as usual, with our game of the week.
Now, the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week, sponsored by Don Hudson Insurance.
Well, the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week takes us for Week 7 to Gretna for a battle of two teams on hot winning streaks. The Hawks, after dropping their opener in force to Jefferson Forest by 3 points, they've won their last 4. Magna Vista, they're a perfect 5-0 on the season. This is the 11th meeting in the series. Magna Vista leading Gretna 8-2. The Warriors, they've won the last 2 meetings by a combined score of 77-12, including last year in Ridgeway, 34-6. The Warriors have been winning by an average score of 49-14, but this game would be a lot close. So let's go down to Gretna. Gretna with the ball. First few minutes of the game, Rayshawn Logan's going to go to the air. Hook up with Amare Gunn, shooting his way to the zone. With the extra point missed, Gretna's up 6-0. Then the Hawks back in the driver's seat. Logan's going to get some haterade on a tip drill by Magna Vista's Bryson Kidd. Man-style play, but Simeon Moore for the Warriors, finding Torian Younger for the score. The missed extra point, we're tied at 6. In the second quarter, Simeon Moore with the carry. He's going to go see some daylight. Go to the end zone, young fella. You got one, 35 yards. 14-6 Magna Vista with the 2-point conversion, but Gretna will respond. Logan finds LaDonta Davis, L. Dizzle with the score, tied at 14 with a 2-point conversion. Time taking away second half. Simeon Moore is going to go deep, and again, the turnovers would plague the play there as Kamari Chatton picks off the ball right for the half. He's going to make some moves, get to the inside, to the outside, to the left, juking and jiving, and that would end the half. To the second half, Hawks up 28-20. Warriors, Simeon Moore carries it in for the touchdown. With the 2-point conversion, we're tied at 28. 28 seconds left in the quarter. Gretna's Zamarian Younger finds the hole, bouncing off defenders. He's into the house. He won't be denied as he takes it all the way for the touchdown. Gretna with a 34-28 lead. The Hawks would miss on the 2. Warriors back in the driver's seat. Simeon Moore finding the end zone again. He's paying rent there. He's got it for the touchdown. The tie score at 34. They would get the extra point, and that was the game winner. Magna Vista goes to 6-0 on the year with a 35-34 win over the Hawks. Wow. We take a tour of the River Ridge District. A rivalry week down there. Dobson Stadium, Salem Spartans, a 5-game winning streak, visiting the Pulaski County Cougars on a 4-game losing streak as the Cougars and Spartans, they battle all the time. How about this? Trevor Gallimore, he's going to run that one in for the touchdown in honor of Coach Hicks, sporting the 44 jersey. We are tied at 7. But later in the second quarter, Peyton Lewis is going to take the snap. We're going to talk about him later in the show, running through the mass of people. Yeah, he will not be denied. Tennessee's going to get a good one for the 30-yard score that was made at 28-7 Salem. And the Spartans, they beat Pulaski for the 15th straight time. They win that one 49-13. We go to the Battle of the Bergs. It's Christiansburg taking on Blacksburg, the 104th meeting. The Blue Demons won the last 4, and 3 of them by shutout. In the second quarter there, a safety because Blacksburg could not get it out of the end zone. So it's now 37-0 Christiansburg as they get the play there. Then 50 seconds to go in the first half. It's Evans on Evans, and yeah, there's the proof. We had to show the scoreboard because, hey, we like showing scoreboards. That's how we roll. Anyway, it was Evans on Evans here. Tanner going to Jacob. That's going to be in the end zone for the touchdown. Christiansburg up 44-0 at the half, and the Blue Demons beat the Bruins 71-17. The final River Ridge matchup over the battle for Bogle. Hidden Valley winless, taking on K-Spring. The Knights have had their 4 losses by 18 points. The Titans have lost their last 7. First quarter, another bad snap that would lead to a K-Spring safety, so they go up 2-0. It's now 8-0 K-Spring, and Garrett Lonker going to the air, young fella. I think you got someone. His name is Owen Sweeney with the snag, and he's going to take it all the way to the zone, 60 yards, 15-0 Knights. But the Titans were game. They tried to make a play here. How about Israel Guerrero running to the outside, young fella, and he's going to get some first down yardage. And then the Titans, remember them? They go to the air. Hunter Mixon to Jackson, gets right down the sidelines around the 5. But bad snaps would plague the Titans, and Mixon would go to the air. And then C. Jizzle, that's Cameron Gerald's, he's going to run to the outside, and he gets the turnover as K-Spring would do something here. We go to the second quarter, and it's going to be Michael Ray of Sunshine running hard, and he's going to score the touchdown. 22-0 Knights. K-Spring, they keep Hidden Valley winless with a 43-7 win. And real quick, the K-Spring senior class is offering a special deal for their senior night game coming up on October 20th against Salem Spartans. They are having a coat drive, as if you bring a gently used or any size coat for a donation, you will get into that game free. All of the donated coats will be given to the Roanoke Rescue Mission. So way to go, the class of 2024 K-Spring Knights. Coming up on the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz with Week 7 action, David DeGuzman joins us with a look at the Blue Ridge and a battle of the Bills. William Fleming hosting William Byrd. Stick and stay, please.
Now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Band of the Week. And now, back to the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz on WFXR.
Time to get it on.
And welcome back, good peeps, to the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. David DeGuzman in the house with the bow tie. You looking good, young fella. I like that. But guess what, folks? You putting a bow on a couple of cool games from the Blue Ridge District. You were over at Daleville and Roanoke, but the one in Roanoke, that was the Battle of the Bills.
Yeah, by the way, Jermaine, first off, I just want to say, you know what part of the season we're in right now? It's the part where we see players can see their own breath. So it's getting a little chilly. Anyway,
right.
Yeah, William Fleming hosting William Byrd. Interesting note that in the Terriers' first 3 wins of the season, they outscored opponents 148-7. But last week they beat Cave Spring, but that was just 14-12. Tonight against Fleming, they really had to work hard for any trip to the end zone. The Colonels coming off a 42-21 win over Halifax County last week, entering the matchup 3-2 on the season. Tied at 7 at the half. Terriers driving. Watch Walter Burrows. Did you see that? He nearly collided with an official who had to dive to get out of his way. The senior, though, gets the ball into the red zone. Then a few plays later on 4th down, Byrd knocking on the doorstep. Israel Hairston to Dominic Dulac. The catch is made, but it's ruled short of the goal line, so the Terriers denied of the score. Dulac can't believe it, but Byrd gets another chance in this third quarter. Hairston keeps it himself this time, finds a path to the end zone for the touchdown. The Terriers in front 14-7. To the fourth quarter, Byrd trying to extend the lead. It's Hairston once again. After the fake handoff, he tumbles his way to the house for the touchdown. The Terriers with the 21-7 lead, but Fleming came back to force overtime. However, Byrd ends up on top, winning 27-21. Let's head to Daleville. Lord Botetourt back from a bye week hosting Stanton River. And hey, smile. You're on camera. There you go. First play from scrimmage for the Cavaliers. Kendall Howard on the run, finds a lane on the far sideline. He is in for the score. It took only 21 seconds. LB leading 7-0. Moments later, Big Red rolling once again, this time there. Tierra McGinnis with the touchdown. Lord Botetourt in the driver's seat, up 14-0. But the Golden Eagles trying to stay in the fight. Joshua Kelly takes the handoff, finds a hole, sees some daylight, and he is gone like a freight train and gone like yesterday. Goes all the way to the house for the score. Stanton River on the board, trailing 14-6. That would be, though, the only time the visitors lit the scoreboard. Lord Botetourt goes on to dominate this one, 62-6. So that sets us up pretty nicely for next week. The two winners, Lord Botetourt and William Byrd, meeting next week in Vinton. That will be a battle of 5-1 teams. So I guess you could say that could be for bowl eligibility. In any case, I'm smelling maybe game of the week. I'm also smelling some burgers and hot dogs because this is Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. I might need to get my nose checked, though. So, Jermaine?
It's good stuff. Get the combo meal over at Hardee's. They got good stuff there. But thank you so much, David, as always. I love the bow tie. Can we see it next week, possibly?
Maybe.
Okay, there we go. Anyway, we're staying in the Blue Ridge District. We have a pair of 2 and 3 teams. Northside Vikings taking the trip down 220 to play the Franklin County Eagles. Now, the crew from Rocky Mount, they've won the last 4 over the Vikings. So we go there, the 7-0 lead. Touch the Eagle, never more. And anyway, yeah, hugs and hand pounds. This game was 7-0 Northside, but Franklin County's Jay-Sean Rigney gets the touchdown. We're tied at 7. Then Northside, they would get a little help here. Franklin County with the bad snap, and then Riker working my way back to you, babe. The other way. This is going to be 99 yards and a touchdown is won. Northside would take a 14-7 lead. To the second quarter, we're tied at 21, and Franklin County goes to the air. We had the combination last week. Winston Davenport to David Casey. Nicely over the shoulder in the bucket. Touchdown to Eagles. Led 28-21 at recess, and the Eagles knock off the Vikings tonight, 42-28. Meanwhile, Radford, fresh off of their win over Glenver, trying to go 7-0. They play the James River Knights as they've lost their last 3. Now, when we got there, the Bobcats, they were dominating. Landon Clark, the law firm, all those guys, rocking and rolling. It was 55-0 into the locker room, and that lead would hold up as the Bobcats are 7-0 with a 55-0 win. Well, we have a colorful matchup of 4-1 teams from Narrows. The Green Wave hosting the Fighting Blues of Perry McClure. 13th meeting in the series, and we're tied at 6 games apiece. Score was 6-0. We got there, Narrows with the advantage, and Perry McClure is going to get some offense going. How about Nathan Glass takes his own number, plows his way in for the score. We are tied at 6. And then Perry McClure would show more offense. Parker Camden getting it from Glass, takes it in for the touchdown. It's 12-6 Fighting Blues. And the 2-point conversion would make it 14-6. And then how about Narrows? You can't show a Narrows game without this guy. Collier Pruitt, a former Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week, going to the house. That made it 14-12, and Narrows would turn on the offense in this game as they win it 56-21. Matinee football from Willis Field as North Cross Raiders hosting a Fredericksburg Christian in a playoff rematch from last year. The Raiders won that one big, 56-15. We could see some of the same. North Cross, Cam Johnson, CJ running hard. He's going to take it to the red zone. He's going to get tackled right around the 5. And then Cam Johnson, since you score, finish what you started, young fella. You're going to get the ball, and you're going to score a touchdown from 5 yards out. 7-0 North Cross. And the running game would be strong here. Jarrell J2 Rhodes from his own 5. That young fella's got some skills to pay the bills. 95 yards, the Raiders go up 14-0, and J2, he's going to get some words of wisdom in a minute here from his dad, Tank. Tank is like, good job, son. 3 scores, 170 yards, but the Rhodes would not be done. North Cross defense, Sander Frogner with the tackle. He's going to fumble. All roads lead to the end zone. Jace Rhodes, scoop and score, house call there. And the Raiders, they go to 5-2 on a year with a 42-7 win over Fredericksburg. And yes, Dad is proud of his other son as well. Coming up on the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz, we are first with your scores and highlights. We have our last batch of scores and a tour of the Seminole and our latest Player of the Week with Ryan Moye. Stick and stay, please.
And now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Hardee's Fan Cam. Sponsored by Hardee's. And now, back to the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz on WFXR.
Time to get it on.
Welcome back to the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. Time for a stop of a tour of the Seminole, where the Liberty Christian Bulldogs and Rustburg Red Devils hooked up after having the week off last week. LCA a perfect 4-0. Rustburg, they're 4-1. Now the Bulldogs, they've won all 7 meetings against the Red Devils. Yeah, early in the third quarter, the Bulldogs running back Gideon Davidson is just a man on a mission. LCA already up 21-0, and Gideon Davidson's going to get to the outside. He's going to come right through your living room. 83 yards to the house. LCA is up 28-0. And when you get a score like that, you got to get some lovely music from the band. and the band played on. Anyway, Jeb Moon, he's going to go to the air, hook up with Griffin Tilley for the 15-yard score. It's 34-0 at this point. LCA stays perfect at 5-0. 41-0 shutout of Rustburg. Meanwhile, Sabre Stadium over in Force. 5-0 Jefferson Force hosting 0-5 Liberty. The Minutemen yet to score this season. It was homecoming for the Cavs, or senior night. Meanwhile, JF's Josiah Bell going to hell with a bomb to Raekwon Blake. With a 2-point conversion, we're 8-0 JF. The JF fans with Breast Cancer Awareness Month showing the pink. Meanwhile, Lucas Calkins, he's going to get rocked on the play by Nasir Johnson. But JF's Josiah, you can ring my bell, gives it over to Cameron Parker, and CP is going to do the rest. Making the moves, cutting. JF goes to 6-0 in the year, keeping Liberty winless and scoreless with a 50-0 victory. Meanwhile, a few miles away over at Stinger Stadium, the EC Glass Hilltoppers visiting the Brookville Bees. Glass won the last 4, homecoming for the Bees. Second quarter, 21-8 Glass, and Lincoln McDaniel going to the air to David Schmidt for the touchdown. It's 21-14. Toppers lead is cut. Kid with the nice hair on the Glass sidelines, he's going to enjoy this next play as it's going to be Tavion Carter running like he's on a mission, and his mission is to get a reservation for 6 in the end zone, matching his jersey. And Glass goes to 5-1 with a 48-14 win over the Bees. In our last Seminole stop, last highlight reel from City Stadium, Heritage Pioneers winner their last 6 over Amherst County. Lancers have lost their last 3 after this 2-0 start. Heritage quarterback Aiden Slash. When you want something done, you got to do it yourself. Slash is going to slash his way for the zone. 7-0 Heritage. And the Heritage cheerleaders say, hey, we want some camera time, and we will oblige, because that's how we roll on the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. Amherst will respond with a long field goal. Jonathan Stone Lake looked like that big leg on John, 47 yards. And the young ladies were talking, hey, that is a nice long field goal, but Stone Lake would add another one. It wouldn't be enough. The Pioneers, they give the Lancers their 4th straight loss, 16-6.
Now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week, sponsored by Wicked Diesel.
Well, this week's athlete ran all over the competition. Not only did he have over 100 rushing yards, well, he also put up 4 touchdowns as well in his team's 51-0 win over Hidden Valley last Friday. And guess what? He is back and in full force, and he's your player of the week.
Peyton Lewis, running back, Salem High School. We're trying to play 15 weeks of football, so we got to put up points. We got to be the best team. You know, we're always looking to be the #1 seed team. So, you know, we kind of just keep a tunnel vision, and you know, we just try to get done what we done, try to make ourselves better. You know, it doesn't really matter who our opponent is. And me personally, I feel like I played a very good offensive game. You know, we were very explosive. You know, we did some things right, we did some things wrong, but we capitalized on the things we did right. These are the guys I grew up with, and you know, I wouldn't want to be with anybody else playing football. It's a whole lot of fun, you know. We're really connected on and off the field. We don't stop doing things until you get it perfect. We stop doing things until you can't get it wrong.
Where Peyton was and where Peyton is now, what would you say to that version of yourself?
I would just say, you know, don't be worried. You know, everything's gonna be taken care of. You know, this is in the long run. You know, it's gonna make you better. You know, because I feel like after my injury sophomore year, I feel like it's made me a better person on and off the field. And, you know, I feel like I wouldn't be the same person I am today without those injuries. So I bless, you know, God for putting me in that position, because it's a test at the end of the day. And, you know, I didn't fall short and didn't flinch. Coach Holter, you know, he's a very close family friend to me, you know, other than a good football coach. He's always been there for me, always been that guy to talk to. You know, he pushes us really hard, but at the end of the day, that's what's necessary if we're going to play 15 weeks and we're going to be the best team in Virginia. So, you know, I appreciate him of that.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Up next, we're going to put a wrap on the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz with our play of the night, plus our latest unsung hero of the season. More Friday Night Blitz on the other side.
And now, the Macadidit Play of the Night, sponsored by McAdoo's.
Our Macadidit Play of the Night takes us back to North Cross. Raiders senior Jarrell J2 Rhodes showing he's on a man on a mission. We should call him J1 with that 95-yard TD. One of his 3 scores for Baby Tank. North Cross gets a dominating win. North Cross Jarrell J2 Rhodes gets our Macadidit Play of the Night.
And now, it's Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Unsung Hero, celebrating those who keep the game moving, sponsored by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Well, we have a special unsung hero tonight, and it's the late, great John Griffith. Now, he passed away on September 23rd at the age of 82. Now, if you have gone to a Patrick Henry sporting event, you have definitely heard John's voice as he was the public address announcer for Patriot football, basketball, and volleyball games. John's love of golf prompted him to create the Valley Girls Junior Open, a tournament for girls 18 and under to compete for scholarships. Since its creation in 2018, the tournament has awarded more than $23,000 in scholarships. John was an educator and coach for nearly 50 years as he retired from the Roanoke City Public Schools in 2014. So congratulations to the late, great John Griffith, this week's special unsung hero. If you guys out there have an unsung hero you would like to have a spotlight on Hardee's Friday Night Blitz, please email me, jferrell, WFXRTV.com. We appreciate all of your consideration for the candidates. Well, folks, that does it for this edition of the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. We'll have the show on WFXRTV.com momentarily, along with the highlights. Thank you so much for watching our show. I'm Jermaine Ferrell. Hope all of your teams are winners. Have a wonderful and blessed night and weekend, everybody.